Hello everyone, welcome to the throat chakra healing session. Today is the 5th video in the chakra balancing series. So if this is the first video of mine that you watch, maybe you might want to start from the beginning of this series. I'll have the series linked up above here. Or it might be that way. I think it's that way. So yeah, today's video is all about the throat chakra. The throat chakra has everything to do with our communication towards ourselves, towards others, our self-expression, and also our ability to communicate our most truest self, whatever that looks like for you. So the ability to be honest and truthful in our communication. People with an underactive throat chakra have a tendency to be very quiet, to use a very soft voice, to feel anxious about talking up or speaking up, anxious about talking in front of other people. They might feel anxious about actually sharing how they feel or how they experience something. So there is a block, there is an anxiety around showing up as who they truly are. People with an overactive throat chakra have a tendency to not really have any filters when they talk, to be uncontrollable in their talking, if that makes sense. They might talk too much, or they might be too brash or rude in the way that they communicate things. There is a difference between being honest and being rude. So you can be honest to other people but convey the message from a place of compassion, love, and then you can just be plain rude. So people with an overactive throat chakra tend to fall in that latter camp of not really having any filters at all. They also have a harder time listening. So, before we get started with the Reiki and the crystal healing of today, I want to mention that during this session there will be louder sounds. I'm bringing in my singing bowl for today's session, which I'm really excited about. There will be snaps away from the mic, but obviously still audible. There will be tapping on crystals, those kind of things, so maybe not as sleep conducive to certain people. If you want to watch a video that's more quiet, without any tapping or louder sounds, then you can click the playlist up above here. So let's get started with today's session. So to clear the space today, instead of using incense or any kind of smoke or smell, I'm using sound, frequencies, vibrations. This is a singing bowl that is tuned to your throat chakra, so I thought it would be perfect for today's session. So take a moment. Make yourself comfortable, arrive in your body. Feel free to close your eyes for a second and just tune in. Notice how you're feeling in this moment without any judgment. And see if you can already release any tension that you might be feeling. It's very normal to accumulate tension as the day progresses. So just allow any heaviness to fall away. And then once you feel quite comfortable in the pose that you're sitting in or lying in, take a moment to connect in with your throat chakra, which is located just here in the middle of your throat. Notice any sensations that you might be feeling. Notice if it feels quite open and soft, or whether you can actually feel a blockage in your throat. Sometimes I'll feel this kind of like staticky energy around my throat, and usually when I stay with it for a couple minutes, it kind of eases by itself. But just notice what's going on, what's happening around your throat chakra. And then we're going to start clearing that outermost layer around your throat chakra and around the rest of your aura as well, using the singing bowl. So feel free to keep your eyes closed. There's not really much going on visually right now, besides me tapping a singing bowl. Allow the frequency to envelop your throat chakra, your throat, back of your neck, notice any sensations that come up for you, any images, memories. So, if your eyes are closed, you can open them again if you want to. We're moving on to the Reiki part of the session. We did a tiny little bit of sound healing here just to kind of open up those most superficial layers around your throat. Before we activate the session with some symbols, I want to include something that I haven't done in any of my other videos. Something that I just recently came across myself, and it has to do with your vagus nerve, which is the longest nerve in your body. And what I want to do is kind of recalibrate and recenter that nerve so that your body can sort of click back into homeostasis, so that whatever you get from the session, it's able to sink in deeper because you're more receptive when your vagus nerve is kind of recalibrated. There are different exercises that you can do at home. I'll have a video linked below, and we're just going to do one of them together. It's very easy. It literally takes almost nothing to do these exercises, but you can feel quite a shift in your body when you do that. So all I want you to do is just look at the screen straight ahead. Don't move your face. This is very important for this particular exercise. And then I'll move my finger up to one side of the screen. And I want you to just track with your eyes to my finger. So starting here from the middle first, keep your face where it is, and then I'm going to track you to the top. I think for you guys it's the top left. For me it's the top right, so it must be the top left for you guys. So without moving, just look up. If you don't have a wide screen that you're looking on, just click up so that the screen becomes wider. And I just want you to look up to my finger. We're going to stay here for a couple more seconds. Sometimes you can feel small releases, maybe a muscle relaxing, usually on the other side than the side that we're looking. So if you're looking up to the left, you might feel releases on the right side of your body. A lot of times what happens for me is I can feel my stomach emptying, if that makes sense. Like it'll start gurgling a little bit. But some people also feel a sort of pop in their ear, sort of like releasing of tension. So, really good. Come back to center. Take a moment to kind of get back to center with your eyes as well. You definitely don't want to strain your eyes. And then moving up to the upper right corner. Again, we're going to stay here for about 30 seconds. And we're just doing this to recalibrate and soothe your nervous system so that you are in a more receptive mode. The more receptive that we are, the deeper that the Reiki can go and the crystal healing. Alright, just a couple more seconds here. And really good, come back to center. There you go. Well done. I know it feels a little bit weird at first, but I'm doing these exercises almost daily, and as I said, there's a whole video linked below on other exercises that you can do. So let's start by activating the session with some Reiki symbols, starting with chakra, 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 say hey ki, say hey ki, say hey ki. Really good. So I'm just going to take some time to sweep your whole auric field from head to toe, to start moving along your energy all over before we start focusing in on your throat. Okay. So let's first start by sending some Reiki energy to your third chakra. Before we go on with the crystal healing, alright. So in a little bit we'll be plucking some limiting beliefs that we have maybe around our own voice ability to express ourselves, those kind of things. But first, I kind of want to calm down the area, if that makes sense. It's kind of like giving an energetic anesthetic before we go in and we go in deeper and we pluck out those limiting beliefs. So I have the most beautiful blue lace agate, which might turn up a little bit pink because of the pink light I have here next to me. But it's the most beautiful icy blue color. I'll get you guys focused in. And to me, this one looks like a little fairy chair. It can either be a low chair or a high chair. But I'm on the lookout for a little fairy figurine, whatever it's called, to like put on here. I think it's really cute. I really like the shape of it, and I'm just going to use it to kind of comb your throat like this to soothe the area. So just sit back and relax. Okay. A few more passes. Put our fairy chair to the side. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but that was blue lace agate. Then we have one of the birthday gifts that I received from a friend. It's this beautiful, it's very similar in color to the blue lace agate. This is blue chalcedony. And we are going to use it to sort of create small little incisions to get access to the cords that we have coming in and out of our throat chakra. Beautiful point. This is again a very soothing kind of crystal. So you can imagine the screen being right in front of your throat, right here, so that I have good access to your throat chakra. So I'm just gonna go in with my blue chalcedony and create very small incisions, not in your body, not your physical body, but just energetically. So I am a couple centimeters away from your throat. And I'm just going to start separating the cords. And then plucking out any of the cords and the limiting beliefs attached to them that we have. So if you know of any limiting beliefs that you have surrounding your self-expression, then you can bring those to mind so that I can pluck them for you. send some Reiki to your throat chakra to help heal up the small incisions that we made energetically. Okay. Now that we have plucked out the things that we no longer want energetically to live in that chakra, we are going to start infusing it with things that we do want. Later on in the session, I have some positive affirmations that I prepared for you guys. But first, we have 2 more types of crystals that I want to bring into the session. These are 2 fluorite octahedrons, I think they're called. They make a really nice sound when you rub them together. Fluorite is really good to provide clarity, so we're going to use that to provide clarity in our speech. Sometimes when we're really nervous, the words don't really come out, or they kind of come out in little chunks, if that makes sense. They don't really flow well, so we want to give that clarity and flow of speech. I'll give you a close-up of one of them. I don't think I can hold up both of them with one hand, but there you go. It's not exactly symmetrical, but it's beautiful nonetheless. So I'm going to be using both of them on either side here. Just working on your throat like this. This should also help you with the fear of being misunderstood. Because from the moment that we feel like we can properly express our thoughts or opinions, there is less fear of being misunderstood because we're more aligned. We stand behind what we're saying. So, just some food for thought. Opening the pathway here for clear, concise communication. Okay. Then the last crystal before we transition into the positive affirmations is this beautiful Lemurian seed crystal. And I chose this one to infuse our throat chakra with more compassion and love, because not only do we want to be able to speak clearly, we want our words to come from a place of love and compassion, especially when we're having tough conversations with someone. So speaking with love and compassion doesn't mean that we kind of dilute our message as to not hurt the other person. It simply means that we do speak truthfully, but from a very gentle and compassionate place, without making any assumptions about the other person, without any name calling or anything like that. And I chose this crystal because there's a whole legend or myth behind it that, if you don't know, there apparently, mythologically, used to be an ancient civilization called Lemuria, who disappeared at some point or went under. But before whatever happened to them, we don't know, obviously, we don't even know if Lemuria was actually a place. But before they went under, they inscribed their wisdom into Lemurian seed crystals. And so, let's see if I can catch it on camera. All of these little ridges in the crystals are supposed to be the places where they inscribed their wisdom. Supposedly they were a very advanced civilization, especially when it comes to spirituality. So whether there's some truth in that myth or not, I thought it was a really beautiful story, and I wanted to bring in that sort of compassionate, loving energy into today's session. Alright, so let's pop this one off to the side. Go back in with some Reiki. Good. Now we're all prepped and primed for our positive affirmations, which I wrote on a blue card because blue apparently is the color associated with the throat chakra. So I have 6 different positive affirmations that I have for you guys here. The first one is my favorite, and it doesn't pertain specifically or only to the throat chakra, but once you have really pulled this affirmation deep into the center of your being, it will become easier to speak your truth, to speak authentically. So, first affirmation: true freedom is, no matter what you think of me, I know who I am. True freedom is, no matter what you think of me, I know who I am. True freedom is, no matter what you think of me, I know who I am. Second, my point of view is valid. My point of view is valid. My point of view is valid. Third one, it is safe for me to express myself truthfully. It is safe for me to express myself truthfully. It is safe for me to express myself truthfully. I surround myself with people who respect my opinion. I surround myself with people who respect my opinion. I surround myself with people who respect my opinion. I speak from a place of honesty, even in hard situations. I speak from a place of honesty, even in hard situations. I speak from a place of honesty, even in hard situations. Last one. My voice matters. My voice matters. My voice matters. So, those were my 6 affirmations. And then lastly, to kind of close everything off and to marinate everything together, or marry everything together, or marinate works too. I have this absolutely stunning labradorite with the biggest blue flash I've ever seen. How pretty is that? And as I said, blue is associated with your third chakra. This labradorite is also very protective, or said to be very protective. So, I'm just going to sort of rub it over your whole aura to give you an extra layer of protection all around, so that you can feel safe in yourself and in your environment. And also so that you may attract situations where you feel accepted, where you feel like it is safe to speak your truth. I understand that in some situations it might not be safe for you to actually say what you think. Maybe if you're in an abusive relationship or something like that. So it's really important to assess who we surround ourselves with. Alright, bringing it even further down to your legs, to your feet. Imagine that the crystal could go underneath your feet as well, providing some protection there as well. Good, top of your head. And there we go. Alrighty, that was the session of today. I hope that you enjoyed. If you are asleep, then sweet dreams. I hope that you wake up feeling refreshed and ready for your day ahead. And if you're still here with me, you're still awake, if you want to, you can comment and like, subscribe if you want to be updated on when I upload new videos. And I hope all of you have a great rest of your day or your evening, wherever you are. I will see you guys very soon for the video on